Oh, that's hot. Ooh, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's absolutely fantastic dinosaur and turtle and ape action. Oh my goodness. As I mentioned in the description, but this is Kogla and Yidaro. Fantastic pairing. It is technically one creature, but adding even more power and some pretty useful abilities, because usually some of you guys might think maybe it's a little bit too much. If you're new, you might definitely think this is overboard, but when it's all powerful, boom, you get the opponent dead, done. You drop them below 0, and that's really what I usually aim to do. That is one of the main ways to win in Magic the Gathering, as it is always. Go on. Hello? Glitch? Is it working? I think it's working. Okay. Dino is your second deck. Samuel, good stuff. I hope everything reconnected. It was a little bit glitchy. My computer was kind of acting up, and Arena wasn't really opening. This isn't, it doesn't have to go towards Arena. I had to update my graphics card as well, so yeah, hopefully everything reconnected. It looks like it did, but hopefully everybody's having a good week. Everything, all of that stuff. And again, if anybody is new, perhaps by chance there is the lovely primer I made, link in the description. But jumping right into it, the thumbnail's sake for tonight, it's fine. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried I pressed the wrong key. I haven't done that in quite a while because I've done over 600 of these. But Kogla and Yidaro, this is in. Why is this in? What is this taking the place of? Commune with dinosaurs. Sometimes I just don't want commune. I don't need the land that commune with dinosaurs can grab one green, look at the top 5, grab a land or a dinosaur, which commune could grab Kogla and Yidaro, being an ape dinosaur turtle. But sometimes I don't need the land. I want something specific. I can't grab it because it is deeper down. This, boom, I cover so many bases, and the worst case scenario, I get to drop an absolutely lovely body like this. A 7/7 trample haste, although when Kogla and Yidaro enters, chances are I'm going to choose fighting because it is a dinosaur. It does get the haste from Regisaur Alpha or Palani's Hatcher, but then I could destroy an artifact or an enchantment. If I have 2 copies, I can just get rid of one, destroying something on the opponent's side and draw a card, which is quite nice indeed. But even if I drop multiples, that's multiple Vaultborn Tyrant triggers, it's pretty fine by me. Or if I have multiples, I drop one, leave it behind in my hand if I suspect the opponent is going to do something nasty, and then drop the other one at a later date and continue to devastate them. I haven't checked Heaped Harvest. Heaped Harvest. Now we can take a bit of a tangent here. Again, if anybody is wondering about specifics, happy to get into that whenever. Leave a comment, join the Discord if you haven't already. But yes, small tangent. Collection, Heaped Harvest. Let me see. Heaped. I would imagine it. Oh, there we go. Yes, Bloomburrow. Alright, Heaped Harvest for 3 artifact food. When it enters and when you sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. I do kind of like that. One thing eventually gets you 2 lands, which is very nice indeed. Some things get you 2 lands, that's few and far between, but Heaped Harvest, is it? Well, I don't imagine it's better than Archdruid's Charm, which is just absolutely amazing. But would this be a good additional thing to get additional lands? Only being able to grab a basic makes me feel a little bit nervous. I would say the opponents having Lots of lane destruction, Field of Ruin, and Demolition Field don't require a color, and I oftentimes run into that. Besage Who Endures, which I sometimes use, is, well, sometimes used on me, so that can grab a non-basic land, but you get the idea. With only a few basics, you could draw one or two, the opponent could destroy some non-basics. All of a sudden, you don't have anything to search for. There's a very real possibility when you play Heaped Harvest, you grab a basic land, and by the time you sacrifice it, you have no basic lands left, and that would make me feel pretty bad. It's hard to say, but anything that enters, gets the land onto the battlefield, 100% is, oh, that's going to be good. If it only put it in my hand, I think it would perhaps mostly write it off. But lovely, stable ramp. A basic land, not a lot of stuff can take out a basic land. It's usually non-basic, so yeah, it really doesn't get more stable than that. But Bramble Familiar, yes, if a couple nights ago, some of you guys might remember I faced off against the wacky Sultai reanimation. They bounced Bramble Familiar, and they were able to replay it with Release to the Wind. I'm pretty sure it was Release to Wind. Exile it, replay it for no mana, but they can replay the fetch quest part, costing 7. They only spend 3, but then they get something with a mana value of 7, and it was painful stuff. They milled 7 cards. They got Omniscience, the enchantment that allows them to play their spells for free, and well, I guess they got a free win after that. I don't expect to really ever face it again, but you never know, and hopefully I didn't jinx myself. But just in general, Bramble Familiar could be nice, although keep in mind the sorcery adventure part costing 7. At the moment, with how things are, Castle Garenbrig, you can't use that mana for anything other than a creature or its activated abilities. Fetch quest, unfortunately, that's not an activated ability. So if I could make 7 for a sorcery, chances are with that combination, having a Sunken and a Castle, I might be able to make 8 or 9. Just pretty crazy stuff. Or if I can make 7 for the sorcery, I could make quite a bit more for a creature that costs 7 a couple turns earlier. It's a lot to consider, absolutely. But there's absolutely lovely potential milling 7. I mean, in the top 7, you have to imagine Ghalta Stampede Tyrant is probably going to be in there somewhere. Hopefully in the top 7. It's definitely something that I would chance big time. Oh, up the beanstalk. The classic, fantastic 1 in the green. When it enters, you draw a card, which is very nice. You replace itself, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, you draw a card. Doesn't matter if it's countered. Boom, you already get it. Don't run into too many counter spells, but the cast part kind of turned me off of Up the Beanstalk pretty quickly. I revisit it every now and then just because basically everything in the deck triggers it. Over a third of the deck at this point, which is pretty nuts, but it's only on cast. Ghalta, if I cast it to put a bunch of stuff out, I would only draw the 1 card off of the Ghalta. Now, of course, it's not the best case scenario for that. I would play Up the Beanstalk, turn 4, I maybe play Carnage Tyrant with Sunken, 2 lands, and Castle Garenbrig. Boom, I'm drawing a card off of casting this. I play Vaultborn, I draw a card off of the cast plus when it enters, and just that extra additional card draw would be quite appreciated. And it only costs 2. Garruk's Uprising, which is somewhat similar, a bit, pretty similar to Vaultborn Tyrant. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters, you draw a card. That does cost 3, and sometimes I'm left waiting. I don't have 3 mana on turn 3. I know something is going to be entering tapped. Archdruid's Charm. Would I be playing Archdruid's Charm on turn 3 or Garruk's Uprising? I have to imagine more often than not it would be Archdruid's to grab the land, put it out, supercharge for turn 4, and then now Garruk's Uprising is just constantly left in my hand. I'm not playing it on turn 4. If I can make 7 mana for a creature, I'm definitely playing Vaultborn Tyrant first. I don't want to go, I guess, even slower. But extra card draw, refilling your hand, yes, 100% against discard decks. Anything which just, well, it gives you more gas. It outpaces the discard that the opponent has. Very nice, very nice. It absolutely. Trumpeting Carnosaur, 4 and 2 red. And it has that ability where you can pay 2 and red to discard it and deal 3 damage to any target. I think it is. It might be a planeswalker or a creature. It's been a little bit since I used it. And the Bonehorde Dracosaur, but those do require 2 red. Now, Kogla and Yidaro also requires 2 red. We'll see how it goes. I can't use Castle Garenbrig on turn 4 because that only makes green mana. But I'm not too worried about that. Kogla and Yidaro might come down on turn 5. It might sit in my hand a little bit, as Regisaur Alpha and Palani's Hatcher do. Those are oftentimes put onto the battlefield with Ghalta, but there's a healthy amount of red. I don't see it being too much of a problem playing this. And it is a dinosaur, so Cavern of Souls would be able to provide a red towards this quite nicely. But we've got Artifact and Enchantment Hate. Feels lovely for any little painful hate the opponent might bring in. Interaction. Yeah, just an all-around lovely body. Now, would something else for 6 that only required green be a little bit better? Possibly. Just original and only lonely, I guess. Kogla, the Titan Ape, I believe it's called. Oh, Dancing Yeti, how's it going? Hopefully all is well with you. I'm certainly feeling that the field is absolutely, I guess I should resize myself now that I think about it. I got sidetracked. I was having such a good time chatting, but definitely after the bans, and I think a lot of people can, confirm there's a lot of stuff that they're facing. You never know what you're going to get, as it was a couple nights ago. We'll see if that trend continues, but I say we just jump right into the matches. The deck overall, I'm feeling just as good as I was previously before the bans. Definitely a little bit better. I don't have to worry about Amalia Explore or the dastardly vampires, Vein Ripper. I was most worried about Amalia just because it actually could win on turn 3. Sometimes all I've played is 2 Sunken Citadels and I'm dead. That's just how it goes. I could bring in 4 pieces of single target removal, maybe to take out Amalia. But yeah, I say that's worth a risk though. We got Commercial District to surveil, land on top. Well, technically Sylvan Scrying is a land on top. If they have Thoughtseize, we don't have to worry. We're going to be going off with, okay, well, hopefully they don't counter it. We have to take the opportunity, the hope. Oh, beautiful. Now it's going downhill. We'll see dancing. It's going to be very interesting. Waste Not is probably going to come back, which probably will bring back Leyline of Sanctity, I have to imagine, giving myself hexproof or whoever uses it. It's good when you land it, turning off basically the entire deck. Not everything. They have untargeted ways to make you discard a card, but for the most part, it's much better. And now that they're tapped out and I drew a land for the turn, I go for Archdruids and I get the next Sunken. And if they tap out again, maybe they're dead. Maybe they're dead. I have to take that opportunity, knowing that they won't counter what I'm going to do. Now I get to play anything I possibly draw. I might lose it. Spend that mana. You know you want to. Might be Dimir Rogues. Are you serious? Is this Dimir Arcfiend Alteration? Is it? I think it could be. I bet they're going to go Metamorphic Alteration. We're not dead yet. I mean, they might have Shieldred Zedic. We have to think about this. I would kill him if I had a Regisaur Alpha or a Palani's Hatcher. I say we just play it safe. Hope there's no Sheoldred's Edict. Know that they can't go Metamorphic Alteration on the Carnage Tyrant, making me lose on the spot. I'm hoping to use Archdruid's Charm to take out Archfiend of the Dross next turn. Hopefully they don't destroy all creatures and stuff like that. This is interesting though. Oh boy. Oh, okay. That's another Archfiend of the Dross is fun. That's lots of fun. Huh. Well, let me think about this. We're not dead, but well, it's not looking good. Cavern of Souls, it's what it has to be. Clifftop Lookout. To get another land, Carnage Tyrant is going to take out one Archfiend with Archdruid's Charm. We'll hope for the best. You know what? I'm going to attack them. I don't think the Archfiend is going to block. They might think there's some sort of funny business. Carnage Tyrant couldn't block an Archfiend. Anyways, it does have flying. Oh boy. Hopefully I don't have to use Archdruid's Charm to exile. Yeah, but we should be good. It's okay. That's okay. I stopped the 6 there and... well, maybe they have a counter spell. But at the very least, I do believe we're alive. Okay. Safe. We live another turn. The other Archdruids to take out the Archfiend coming up, and well, I'd be quite happy about that. But it doesn't seem like they have a counter spell. I mean, they haven't countered anything yet. Is it going to be a third? Okay, I was a little bit worried. It might be a third Archfiend of the... okay, well, so, yep, that might just do it. I mean, they can't counter anything I play, but Ghalta, Vaultborn Ghalta, you get the drill. You've seen it before. We haven't won quite yet, but this is going to be... pretty good, I hope. Crossing my fingers. I mean, it was a little bit unfortunate to lose Archfiend, but hey, we'll just take it out and we'll hope for the best. Hope they don't have Archlate Phoenix. It does appear like maybe that's going to be the case. They have Ledger Shredder. Huh. Keep up that aggression, I say. All right. Here goes nothing. They have 2 damage, probably going to 3 when Ledger Shredder gets a counter. Oh, okay. They fatal pushed the token. Huh. Interesting. Maybe they do have something funny up their sleeve. Okay, I guess they don't.
It's a trap!
I certainly thought it was a trap. Everything resolved quite nicely. Guess we'll take it, and let's think. Do I want Hornet Queen? Keep in mind, Archfiend of the Dross has the very painful ability of... pull it up there. Okay. Whenever a creature we control dies, we lose 2 life. Hornet Queen being 5 creatures in one could potentially be a lot of life loss, especially if they have a bunch of fatal pushes. Taking out the insects, not a fun time. Yeah, I say we keep it the same. Kogla and Yidaro could just straight up fight. Archfiend of the Dross, it is a 6/6. Kogla and Yidaro is a 7/7. So we're in heaven. That hand is, well, it's pretty heavenly. Worth a shot? I say it's worth a shot because we have a Sunken and a Castle. Of course, 2 Sunken Citadels would be best, but I like it. We see an Archdruid's Charm. We're looking good. Sylvan Scrying looking good. Any other land, we're looking good, because any other land I will be able to at the very least play Carnage Tyrant. Okay, wow, we're looking good. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, still quite nice. We will get to 7 at this rate. A Sunken next turn would be lovely, or an Archdruid, or a Sylvan. Okay, that's fine. The one Cavern of Souls really could save me, being able to play Vaultborn Tyrant. Oh, Clifftop, Dancing Yeti. Clifftop is like the best of the best. Clifftop Lookout, 4/3, a creature for 3. Quite a few times has grabbed the Sunken. Archdruids for 3 would oftentimes grab a Sunken, put it onto the battlefield, and now, poof. It seems like it's the best creature. Oh, that was fast.
You won! You did it!
Yeah. But yeah, Clifftop Lookout, a 1/2 reach for 2 and a green. You're guaranteed to land the one that is closest to the top. Sometimes the one closest to the top is Sunken, or it's Castle Garenbrig. And yeah, Samuel, he saw, don't you want to see, or don't you want the opponent to see death and destruction, the scariest possible thing? The opponent will see that, because everything is big and deadly. This specific sort of combination or something similar is, well, it's mostly guaranteed if that's all that's in the deck. I like it. I gotta admit, I was getting a little bit worried in that first game. 2 Archfiend of the Dross. Big flying creatures. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll have to do it again. But yeah, Clifftop Lookout. Oh, I don't know there's much else I would want to play for 3. I definitely think it's better than Topiary Stomper. Oftentimes I don't get to 7 lands. You need to be at 7 for Topiary Stomper to attack and block. So if I'm paying 3 and oftentimes it's not a creature, I can't attack and block. Clifftop Lookout, I can do so. And Topiary Stomper only grabs a base at Clifftop, like I mentioned. Oftentimes, you might be about to see, it's going to grab something good. Real good. Of course, it's going to die against Izzet Phoenix, Fiery Impulse, or Lightning Axe. Gonna take it out. Palani's Hatcher, don't need that. We have to get to the 3rd land as soon as possible. We're on the draw, so I felt nice. I might not feel nice if they counter my turn 3 play, but I think for the... Oh, okay, yep, good stuff. Sylvan Scrying, no Spell Pierce, don't do it. Oh, beautiful. There you go. Poof, all of a sudden, hopefully things have gone downhill. If we draw another land next turn or the turn after that, we would be able to play Vaultborn on turn 4. I'm okay with that. And their turn 2, they didn't play Ledger Shredder. Okay. Oh, I'm feeling very positive. When the Phoenix opponent doesn't play Ledger Shredder on turn 2, I don't have to worry about a potentially big flyer and some additional ways that they're going to discard. Oh my goodness, yep, just Archdruids, Sunken. Don't ask too many questions. They're tapped out. Take the opportunity. Again, even though Clifftop might have grabbed Sunken, there's a good chance it wouldn't have grabbed Sunken. I hadn't seen one yet, but just lock it up. I can make 6. Could possibly make 7. They just spent 2 for the Picklock Prankster. Free the Fae. And we'll see. Treasure Cruise is not super problematic. They don't have an Arclight Phoenix in the graveyard yet. Even if they had one, I would feel good. I'd be hit for 3, playing the Vaultborn Tyrant, hopefully, next turn. I negate the 3 damage that I took and maybe play a second one. Interesting. I draw land, I play Clifftop. Oh, well, Okay, well, then Sylvan Scrying it is. Cavern of Souls, let's go. Clifftop, again, I will play. I'm getting 2 lands this turn, similar to Sunken Citadel, but now this just feels definitely better. It's fine, fine. We got the land. And we got another castle. Not that I expect the opponent to have, well, I don't know.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
They're definitely going to need an ambulance coming up here. This might, no, it's got to be Phoenix. Got to be. Well, we'll just do the classic, fantastic, and they'll quit. Probably. Huh. Seems pretty good. Yeah. Ooh, well. The previous opponent saw, this opponent saw. Now, Izzet Phoenix? Izzet Phoenix. You get what I'm saying. Oh, okay. I'm just not used to seeing Fable of the Mirror Breaker in Izzet Phoenix. Could bring in Damping Sphere. Maybe. Hornet Queen doesn't buy as much time as I would have thought. I used it a little while ago against Phoenix a couple times and trade with the Arclight Phoenix. They get it back the following turn, casting 3 instant or sorceries. Yeah. Clifftop Lookout, I think at the very least, that's probably going to buy the best time. It enters, get a land, it has reach, so I block whatever, I block whatever flying creature is biggest, and that has bought enough time in the past. Yeah. Hopefully we see Kogla and Yidaro, though, a couple times tonight. I don't see why we wouldn't, but we'll just do that again. Oh my, well, that's all the mana I need. Hopefully they don't counter Sylvan Scrying, but oh boy. 2 Sunkens and a Sylvan, that was already an instant keep. It's going to be Sunken Commercial District. Do we need the forest for Castle Garenbrig to enter untapped? Just how it is. We still can go Sylvan on turn 3, search for the castle, not play it, but then play Commercial District instead as our 3rd land. Yeah. Usually, Dancing Yeti, I don't do anything. However, okay, they have one. That's okay. Should be alright. Like I mentioned, what's coming down next turn? Turn 4 Vaultborn Tyrant, I hope, would be enough to stabilize. And then turn 5, play a 2nd Vaultborn Tyrant, gain 6. By that point, it's been a total of 9. Usually, that's enough. But yes, going to your point, I was oftentimes bringing in Graveyard Hate, and that was probably my favorite moment of many months ago. Just realizing I could just do my thing and beat him up quite nicely, often enough. And, well, I like that. If we get a Ghalta next turn, they're dead. Certainly just playing a bunch of Vaultborn Tyrants is going to help us draw into Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant. That's what we want to be doing. And they might even double up on removal. However, oh, look what they got in their hand. An interesting little Ether Gust. We don't really have to play around it. We'll just play something to get them to burn it. That's just how it goes. They're going to hold up. Oh, they're... Okay, no, they still have 2 when they attack with that goblin. So whatever we cast next turn, going to be countered, unfortunately. Is it going to be too little too late? A very real possibility. Now, would they burn Ether Gust on something else? Yeah. Let's find out. I don't think so. Okay. Interesting. Commercial District it is. I wasn't able to play anything I had again. This is a good point. Kogla and Yidaro could have been, again, just Kogla. I could have played it by grabbing another Castle Garenbrig, having that be my land for the turn, and, well, maybe that would have worked out nicely. It really could have just been better to play something so big it definitely gets the Ether Gust burnt. Play Palani's Hatcher, that really would have been a pretty nice thing, because I wouldn't want to get it burnt on Vaultborn Tyrant. Okay, I imagine they're getting their Phoenix, so 8, 10, 13. I don't think we're quite dead, actually. Come to think of it, Reflection of Kiki Jiki, copying the Crackling Drake, that will do it. That will do it. Okay. I guess Fable is not too odd. I don't remember ever seeing that any time. I've seen Crackling Drake 100% and Fable, but okay, well, you know what we're doing. Kogla and Yidaro out of there. Hornet Queen in. And you don't always see Crackling Drake. Its power is equal to the number of instant sorceries in their graveyard and in exile. Combining those two, it gets pretty big, pretty fast. And then they had 2. They were about to have 3 with the Fable. And we were going to die because that would have been lethal, sadly. But now we got the Hornet Queen to stop the dastardly Crackling Drake. I'm almost more scared of that. Oh. I'm scared of mulliganing another time, but we have... Okay, good. Yep. You know what we got to do? We need the Hornet Queen. Definitely, after that last game, gaining the information we did. Oh, and the Clifftop. Beautiful. It's definitely gonna try to be Archdruids. For sure. Get that Sunken Citadel. Okay, looks good. Again, take that opportunity. No spell pierce. Don't. Oh, they spell pierced. Oh, spell pierce. Should have listened to my gut. Of course, Clifftop Lookout probably would have been killed, but keep in mind I still would have gotten that land. Can't spell pierce a creature. They're going to kill it, but at least it happened. We get 2 lands this turn with the Stomping Ground, which is quite lovely stuff. And they made a few treasures. They don't have Ledger Shredder. No Crackling Drake. They do have 1 Arclight Phoenix, but hey, that's alright. If we draw land that enters untapped, we get to play Hornet Queen next turn. And that, I have to imagine, would be the thing to really buy us time. Unlicensed Hearse, huh? I'm not bringing much. I'm not really bringing anything back from the graveyard, so... Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, please, let's go. I would imagine Clifftop is gone. Killed again. Hopefully not a lightning axe. It would be nice if they didn't get more phoenixes in the graveyard. Might also save lightning axe for their turn, just to be another thing that they play. A spell gets rid of the Lookout, which would block one of the phoenixes. Oh, good. Spend your mana. Make it so Hornet Queen resolves. They're going to spend at least a couple more, so I don't imagine they're going to have Ether Gust, forcing me to put Hornet Queen on the top or the bottom. Good. Just red. I like that. Oh, no. Still doing something. That's okay. Hopefully. They do have 2, so it could be you-know-what. Carnage Tyrant time. Draw out that Ether Gust. I'd rather them use it on that than the Hornet Queen. Whew. Okay, well, we kind of confirmed that they may not have Ether Gust. If they did, I have to imagine they definitely would have used it on that thing. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, we want the Hornet Queen coming up. I can play Ghalta at any point. Can actually make 9, which is very, very nice. Right, Hornet Queen. Let's go. Oh, I mean, I like Tyrranax Rex. Would they kill us next turn? I don't think so. If we can land it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. They got 6, possibly 9. Even if they get 4 Phoenixes. 3, 6, 9, 12. Left at 2. Whatchamacallit? Crackling Drake doesn't have haste.
Ruthless aggression.
Actually, I guess the unlicensed hearse. The unlicensed hearse, they got a crew. One of the Phoenixes would have to tap. One of the Phoenixes might tap to crew the hearse. They use removal on the Phoenix to get it in the graveyard. The Phoenix that was tapped. And they cast enough stuff to bring it back. 11. They could get us. Do they have another Phoenix? No Phoenix, no Phoenix. Don't do it. Okay, no, we're still safe. We're still safe. They can't use removal on T-Rex. They can't use removal on anybody at this point. Oh boy. Sometimes all you need is to play the big stuff. Treasure Cruise might not save you. I don't think that's going to be it. Oh boy. But you never know. You never know. They could have something up their sleeve. Looking for a Phoenix. Still not finding it. Good. Good. Oh, they got a Phoenix. 8, 12. Still not enough. Got him.
I am inevitable.
Phew. Yeah. But again, they so much mana, searching, drawing. Yeah. Yeah. It is a new one, Thunderblade. I have to, and this is a pretty interesting variation on Phoenix. The tweaks, at least, you don't always see unlicensed hearse in that deck. I have to imagine they probably have it for the mirror match. They might have been facing a lot of Izzet Phoenix themselves, and yeah, makes sense. But keep in mind, they also had transitioned in game 2 and 3 to, where is it, the Young Pyromancer plan. Not everybody does it, but it makes sense. The opponent is going to be bringing in Graveyard Hate when they know they're facing Phoenix. So the Phoenix opponent, sometimes I think they take out Phoenix completely, but whatever they take out, they bring that in, and then they just go wide with a swarm of elemental tokens with all the instant and sorceries that they were naturally playing, and oftentimes that can be pretty hard. They have quite a different game plan than the regular thing, and it could catch people by surprise, but it's not super surprising. If you play enough, you'll probably experience that, and you'll think, hey, wait, this deck is different. But they just changed up their game plan to be not reliant on the graveyard. Cast a bunch of spells, make a bunch of elementals, and they've got me a decent amount of times with that. Pretty scary stuff, but a lot of the dinosaurs, most of them, do have trample, so I don't have to worry about the chump blocking potential that might slow down other decks. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Alright, well, hopefully we keep things going, keep up the pain, and see Kogla and Yidaro. Okay, okay. It's so tempting. Oh, Sunken and Castle. If it was on the draw, I'd try it. I'd try it. We'd only need one land, get to Archdruids, get the next Sunken, we'd be at 7. Let's say we drew a forest. It'd be Forest, Sunken, Castle, get our 3 green, second Sunken, 7 mana for up to Vaultborn, and wow. Okay, never mind. That, I don't know. Pinky. If I take game 1, sometimes I go to game 2. I have a little bit of fun and I keep stuff like that, and I at least explain how it could be good. Because sometimes you gotta, while you mulligan once or twice, you can't mulligan forever, and you have to think, could this be good? If you haven't seen as many different variations and persevered when your back was against the wall, you think, how could this possibly work? And then it works. Fortunately, the opponent didn't do a turn 1 Thoughtseize. They might have held up for Fatal Push. That would be a... Okay, never mind. That's a little rough. Dimir Rogues, possibly. Not a fun time. They mill a bunch, they counter a bunch, and they have a lot of Death Touch and flying. Or could... We'll see. Mono black aggro. And, maybe I'll be greedy in game 2. It's always fun. Hey, at least they don't have blue. They can't counter. We're going to be making 8 pretty darn soon, although... Yeah, let's play it safe. Just get the second Sunken. We'll choose red, I think, unless they play Field of Ruin. Okay. We lose Tyrranax Rex, but again, we're locked in. We're going to make 8. They might get rid... Oh! They got rid of Regisaur Alpha. Of course, if they knew what was going to go on and they added everything up, they would have gotten rid of T-Rex, because I wasn't in any place to play Regisaur. I was going to be playing T-Rex for Regisaur Alpha. We might be mostly dead-ish to their aggression, but Edict, you know, they also might have Edict. Oh, I like a Vaultborn Tyrant. Is Vaultborn going to help? Possibly. Maybe. Probably not. 7, 8. Ooh, no. It is a very lovely, surprising thing. We haven't seen a Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. We draw it next turn, we win. Got the UFC clip ready. Let's go. Ghalta, we win. Okay. It's alright. You can see why I want to see Ghalta so much. There's no back and forth, there's no debate. I would have actually won, and I gotta say that's always a very powerful thing. However, with Dimir, have no fear, the Hornet Queen is here to bring the stinging potential and drop those dastardly rogues from the sky. A decent bit of flying. Smuggler's Copter, flying. Soaring Thought Thief, flying. I don't imagine will surprise the opponent. Of course, it would have been very fortunate, lucky to get Ghalta, but we had an out. And that's really what matters. Good thing to focus on. Yeah. Okay, keep it like that. Land the Hornet Queen, and we're looking good. Possibly land some other creature before Carnage Tyrant or T-Rex, because again, like you mentioned, Dancing Yeti, Sheoldred's Edict, it's not fun. So having the Clifftop Lookout as well, an earlier creature, sometimes it could help preserve Carnage Tyrant. Usually Clifftop would die, but it still sometimes would help. This hand though, 2 Sunkens, 2 Castles, always keep it. Plus an Archdruid's Charm, that's possibly 8 man. Oh shoot. Oh darn. Folks, They cast Thoughtseize. I was going to make 7 mana. Oh wait, I'm still going to make 7 mana. I hope I get a land untapped on turn 3 so I can play Clifftop, but at the very least, Thoughtseize doesn't stop us from making a lot. Could play Carnage Tyrant next turn. Even if I only had those 3 lands, I could play Carnage Tyrant. That's good. Oh yeah, good. Get rid of another castle. I don't need it at this point. Kind of wacky tonight. Do I want Clifftop? I say we go with Clifftop. I feel good about that. Dinosaur, I like Cavern of Souls. Nothing else was revealed. I believe Cavern of Souls was the only thing on top. Yeah, no, that looks good. Sometimes there's a bunch of stuff other than a land above the one that's closest to the top, so it reveals quite a few. We still have Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant coming up. We'll see what Clifftop Lookout draws out. But it is nice to know their counter spells, if they have them, do nothing. We're still at 19. That is good. Yeah, I don't want them dealing damage. Drawing a card, they would gain 1 life. With Gix, Yawgmoth, Praetor. Oh, I like a Vaultborn Tyrant. I also like Regisaur Alpha because it's 2 bodies in 1. Sacrifice, protection. We sit, we wait. We got 2 bodies. One that could trade with Gix, Yawgmoth, Praetor quite nicely. At the very least, it might draw out a bunch of removal. Or it just might stop them from attacking if they have. Drowned in the Lock is okay. Reasonable. But this is good. This is very good. Regisaur Alpha meant they only attacked with Sheoldred. Oh boy. More removal. Maybe. Get rid of one of the 2 Carnage Tyrants. It's good that Vaultborn Tyrant is on top. That's definitely what I'm playing, and that might just do the trick. Can't counter it. I wonder if you have another Drown in the Lock. I hope you do. There's not enough in my graveyard for Drown in the Lock to counter it, but if I had 7 cards in my graveyard, they'd be able to counter Vaultborn Tyrant, which has a mana value of 7. So we are safe from that. If I didn't have a Cavern. Attack with Sheoldred. Do it. Do it. I'll trade with Vaultborn any day. Oh, they got rid of Ghalta. That is not fun. Carnage Tyrant. I'll go with Carnage Tyrant just because... Oh, never mind. I can play both. The game has gone on so long, I can play 2 Carnage Tyrant in a single turn. Oh, I'm okay with that. Are they dead? They might be dead. That's a lot of good aggression. They haven't taken out Regisaur Alpha. Attack all. A couple creatures have to block. 14, 24. Let's play it safe. See what happens. Okay. Thieves Guild Enforcer would have blocked Regisaur, Vaultborn Tyrant, combined blocking with Nighthawk and Gix to gain 4 life. Oh, that's good. They goofed up. They could have taken out Regisaur Alpha, and the Carnage Tyrants wouldn't. Oh, you did that. Okay. that also does the trick. Where's Ghalta when you need it? Again. Man, maybe I should add I might just do that. Perhaps tonight is going to devolve into a case of play Fierce Empath or something that searches for a creature. Game 1, if we had Ghalta, we would have won. Game 2, if we had Ghalta, we would have won. Of course, it is a very small sample size, and I wish people play as many matches as possible. See it in as many scenarios, but hey, it's a good case for the new G. Even though the OG is still good. Sometimes they use Ghalta Primal Hunger, but Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Wow. I might just separate that match by itself and use it as a case for Ghalta. I know, Pinky, it's a weird thing. Whatever format you're in, chances are, even in Standard, I'm pretty sure there are some ways to search for Ghalta. People say 4 copies. Oh, it's a legendary. No. And they say you have to have at least 8 copies of a certain effect to have it be a legitimate strategy. It all depends what else is in the deck, but yes, definitely when something is so powerful as Ghalta, the more the merrier, because the opponent is dead more often. This greedy keep, but sunken in a castle. We were talking about greedy keeps, but I wanted to try it. Yes, that is. I think I saw that video, the one you're talking about. Reanimation strategy is always going to be very scary stuff indeed. Very, very scary. But definitely Ghalta is very expensive in Standard. There's no Castle Garenbrig. If there is no Castle Garenbrig, there's not a super good reason to bring in Sunken Citadel. But now look at the greedy keep turning around. Oh, okay.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Well, sometimes you just draw the sunken on turn 3, and you. I guess it was a greedy keep, but it's working out now. What will we get? Okay, now I'm making 8 eventually. They gotta have a counter spell. Yeah, they must. Oh, I know, Exhume, Pinky. Oh, it's a reanimation aficionado's dream. I got an idea. We'll do the castle thing. We'll play both Clifftop Lookouts. I have to imagine that we'll get some sort of response from the opponent. Spend their mana, that sort of thing. I'm not super worried with what they might do. Jeskai colors, red, white, and blue, could just be control. Draw out some counter, some piece of removal, that sort of thing. They've seen some cards revealed. Getting a little bit scared, perhaps. They know the big stuff that's coming up. So now that they know from the first Clifftop, the revealed Vaultborn and Tyrranax Rex, I believe it was. Yeah, they might want to stop that. I have enough mana now that it's too late, but interesting. Cavern of Souls would probably be ideal at this point, because now we see something that they have. I was thinking Carnage Tyrant, but I do admit I like this. They got ideas what it's all about. They're going to plan. They're going to spend some mana, hopefully doing something. Maybe they think I don't have anything big and expensive in my hand, which I could have played the previous turn. Spend some mana, kill some. Oh, okay. Oh, well, Cavern of Souls. There we go. Thank you very much, Clifftop Lookout. Clifftop Lookout dug to get to the cavern. Yes, surprise. You can't counter that. Get Ghalta. Yeah, let's see. Might as well use Sylvan. If they counter it, it doesn't matter, but there you go. Clifftop. Oh. Man, I love that guy. I love that it's an uncommon. It seems reasonable. It's not rare worthy. I wonder what a rare version of Clifftop Lookout would look like. Huh. I say we just attack, but I think there might... there's funny business. There's funny business, Pinky. Hopefully they don't destroy Cavern of Souls. I don't think they will, but... Jeskai artifacts. Ooh, Assimilation Aegis taking out the Vaultborn Tyrant. Painful stuff, but Ghalta Stampede Tyrant is also painful. Still can't counter it. We still haven't killed him. They could bounce it, that sort of thing. They could use the 3 damage for Palani. Oh.
You have no power here.
I am inevitable.
Yes, good night, Bloopa. Thanks for watching, or if you're just joining here, it is a good night. It has been a good night, but 100%, and goes to my point of, whoever's lurking, you don't have to chat. I'm just happy that everybody is enjoying it, whenever that is, right now, later on. I just simply love doing this. And don't forget to take a big bite out of that like button. No worries. If you're lurking, you don't have to say you're lurking. You just have to sit back, relax, and watch that lovely devastation, but knowing it is what it is. We could take a look at Assimilation Aegis. Don't see it too often from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, but when it enters, they exile a creature until it leaves the battlefield. Whenever it becomes attached to a creature, for as long as it remains attached, that creature becomes a copy of a creature exiled with it. So they could have a small token become Vaultborn Tyrant. Now, it's not like when it becomes Vaultborn Tyrant, it's as if Vaultborn enters. We don't have to worry about the trigger, but they could copy something bad, big, and scary. We have Kogla and Yidaro, which could take out Assimilation Aegis and likely a couple other artifact things. They have Urza, Prince of Krug. I don't know that I've ever seen it played. I know of the card, but artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. That doesn't sound fun. That sounds like it's going to get out of hand. Yeah, it's going to get out of hand. Let me keep it the same. Oh, yeah. Simulacrum, Synthesizer, and the Aegis. I have to imagine that would be pretty painful. It would be painful if I kept this hand. That's for sure. Also that hand. I mean, talking about greedy keeps, this one could work. We have 2 chances to get the second land. If we get the second land, we have all the mana we need. Even if it's not a castle or a sunken. If we drew a forest, sunken plus the forest, Sylvan grabs castle, and now all of a sudden we have 3 sources of green. We play Archdruids, we get to 7. I'm going to keep it, just because I want to show if this works. It could work. Oh. There we go. Oh! It wasn't greedy at all. Oh boy. I'm gonna keep the fact I have Cavern of Souls. I also need 3 green for Archdruids, but they don't know they can't counter things. I have that surprise in my back pocket. That's what we want. Oh. Hey. Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. They goofed up and they tapped out, and now they die? I get Ghalta next turn. They're mostly dead. Oh, turn 4. No. Now, let's dial it back to previous streams. You guys, if you've been watching for a while, you know how unlucky it is. You take the highs with the lows and you keep moving forward. Something like that. But yes, hashtag pre-recorded. Being live makes the good moments all that much better, and the bad moments we all experience. All right. Ooh. Oh. Man, let's keep the cavern safe. We got a sunken. Let's do it. Tyrranax Rex, and they might just scoop by that point. They got nothing other than Akal Pakal. Don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but first among equals. At the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered, they can look at the top 2 cards, put one in their hand. Okay, now they're going to start making the big stuff. It's not fun. Kogla and Yidaro may be taking out a Simulacrum Synthesizer. Oh boy. Okay. Only have one. We draw a T-Rex. They're mostly done. Not quite. Cavern of Souls should allow us to play Kogla and Yidaro. Haste? Fight? I don't know. Tyrranax Rex, and we'll see what they do. Yeah, it's first to say first among equals or something. Delete. Yeah. Akal Pakal. Equal among equals, I guess would be a little bit better. Do I want to take out a Simulacrum Synthesizer or just play Kogla and Yidaro? Nah, let's play it. We're going to play it and fight Emery Lurker of the Loch. I don't want them bringing back stuff. I don't like that. Emery Lurker of the Loch has the ability to tap. Oh, okay, well, there you go. I can play Kogla and Yidaro plus Clifftop Lookout to see a Regisaur on top. Huh. They're making 2 construct tokens, which would be 4/4s. Oh, no, that's... If they play a land plus another artifact for 3, that might be it. Maybe I should have used Kogla and Yidaro to take out a Synthesizer. I don't like this. I did win, though, against, I think it was a Jeskai Simulacrum Synthesizer deck. Yep, no, okay. I think we jinxed it a little bit, talking about the standard version. Of course, this is very painful. 5/9/9s is not something I enjoy seeing. Oh boy. Yeah, Regisaur Alpha does not do it. He does seem to have a couple of those guys I can't bust through. We will mostly die next turn. I have to imagine we're dead. We'll play Regisaur. We can block 4 of the 5 what are now 9/9s, but they're going to be bigger than 9/9 coming up. Is pretty cool. Hey, look what I made happen with 1 land. My goodness. That does hurt. Yeah, no. I'm not coming back from that one. Artifact destruction, perhaps. Also, Hornet Queen is a little interesting. Enticing as well. If they didn't have Simulacrum Synthesizer, the deck would completely crumble. For sure. Yeah, keeping it the same. All right. Maybe I should keep a hand with no lands. I'd never actually do that, but a 1-land hand can work. Yep. Well, I mean, it's in a way less risky than the previous game, but I don't have a castle or a sunken, which makes me a little bit worried. I would like 4 braids. Fantastic. Taking out an artifact. Could take out the damping sphere. Yep, love. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I listened to my gut. That is what it's all about. It was terrible and it became perfect. Whew. Oh my. Yep. All right. We're going to skip over Sylvan Scrying. We got the stomping. We know whenever they play. You know what? We'll go with Sylvan Scrying to draw out a counter spell. Okay, well, we'll grab Cavern of Souls now. Huh. Interesting. I thought they might use a counter spell. I wanted to protect Archdruid's Charm. Okay. Now I'll just play Carnage Tyrant. I could have played Archdruids. I know with the stomping I'm going to get to 7 for T-Rex. Carnage Tyrant might scare the opponent a bit and start getting aggression. But yes, a braid, taking out an artifact or 3 damage to a creature or a planeswalker, I'm pretty sure. Very nice little package. Simulacrum dead. Done. Archdruid, smoke it. Maybe. We might not need to. Palani's a Regisaur Alpha. Let's go. Well, not quite. Yeah. I say we can just do this and they're not going to make enough next turn. 100%. Done. I mean, they could sweep. They got double white. Okay. I understand. Completely. Do I want to play Ghalta with nothing? Perhaps. Let me think. No, that can enter tapped. I couldn't have played both Archdruid's Charms. Unstable Glyph Bridge. Would they craft it with an artifact? We're going to wait and see. If they do that, Archdruids will use it to take out the Glyph Bridge. I think they might. They would have to tap out to do so, which is very good for me. Do it. You know you want to. You could also take out that, I guess. That's not fun. Okay. Damping Sphere tends to do the trick. A little painful. Not terrible. You pretty much have to take out Damping Sphere at this point to have a chance. I would just draw any big thing. I don't care what it is. Okay, well, is that going to do it? 15. Bunch has to block, left behind with some tokens. It's pretty good. I like the looks of that. Definitely. Huh. Okay. We're just clawing our way back a little bit here. Oh boy. Oh, Assimilation Aegis. Might not actually be too bad. Archdruids could exile it. Get Ghalta back, which is good, I hope. Corey, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Never played Explorer. Okay. It is a lot of fun. It is also somewhat painful. Oh, it is nice to see different stuff as well. And not always the case. But I think if we get pretty much any... Yep, that's it. Done. Done. Corey, you're lurking. And now you're here. Not lurking, and you get to see death and destruction. Absolute.
Ruthless aggression.
Smoked. Phew. Yes. Oh, that is a good nightcap of an overall good mixture of matches. Archdruid's Charm for the win. You don't always see multiples, and it's usually only to grab a creature or land, but when it does that thing, I like it. Which Kogla and Yidaro could have done a similar thing, destroying the Aegis. I'll take it. Pay 3, do the Ghalta thing again, get the Vaultborn, everybody has haste. Phew. But yes, I think we'll leave it there for tonight. I have to register some more tools that I have for my construction job that I do. I love tools. I love dinosaurs. I love a lot of stuff. But I love doing this. It's absolutely my top favorite thing. So hopefully everybody watching right now, later on, had a good time, as good as me. Hopefully the week has been going good. Pinky, Corey, Thunderblade, a lot of people. Green, Chili Burger, Nichols, Balapa, 2746, Dancing Yeti, Samwell. Yeah, good stuff. Get some good rest. Have a good rest of your time zone, whenever it is, wherever it is, and see you next time. Oh, just before midnight. Ooh. I'll get back to 2 hours, possibly 3 hours at some point. But for now, this'll do. This'll do.
It's a rescue operation, and it's leaving right now.